For centuries, our economy has pretty much worked on a straight line. We take resources from the earth, we make stuff, and then we just throw it away. It's always been this take, make, waste model. But what if we could bend that line? What if we could bend it into a circle? Well, that's the incredibly powerful idea we're going to explore today, the circular economy. So, what is it really? At its heart, the circular economy is all about one simple but pretty radical idea: keeping value in the system. Instead of using something once and then just tossing it, this model is designed to keep products, materials, and all those resources in use for as long as we possibly can. The goal is to squeeze every last bit of value out of them before they're returned to the cycle, not just sent off to a landfill. And this diagram right here, it illustrates the difference perfectly. You see, the old way is that straight line from raw materials right down to residual waste. But look at this new path. We've got a loop. Things flow from design and production to you, the consumer, but then, and this is the magic, it enters this inner circle of reuse, repair, collection, and recycling. It feeds those materials right back into the system. The whole idea is to make that residual waste arrow as tiny as possible.
So how does this actually work in practice? It's not just some lofty concept, right? It's a real system, and it's guided by 3 core principles that we're about to break down.
Okay, first up, you design waste and pollution right out of the picture from the very beginning. This isn't about getting better at managing trash. It's about not creating that trash in the first place. Second, you keep everything that's already made in circulation for longer. That means making things that are durable, that you can actually repair, and that can be properly recycled. And third, and this part is absolutely crucial, the model aims to actively restore and regenerate our natural systems. We move from just trying to do less harm to actually doing some good. And this image, well, it really captures the soul of that second principle, doesn't it? Every single bottle, every bit of plastic, every component that we can keep in that loop is one less thing we have to dig out of the earth. This is the practical, day-to-day action that closes the loop and really powers the whole system. Okay. So you've probably heard terms flying around like green economy or recycling economy. And you might be sitting there thinking, wait a minute, isn't this all just the same thing? Well, let's take a minute and clarify what makes the circular economy really unique. This is the big one. It's a question I hear all the time. And you know what? It's a totally fair one. Is circularity just a rebrand for recycling? The simple answer is no, not at all. And the difference is actually fundamental. This table breaks it down so nicely. So, for example, a recycling economy, its main focus is on what to do with waste after it's already been created. But if you look at that top line, the circular economy is playing a totally different game. Its focus is to eliminate waste from the very start by design and to maximize the use of every single resource we have. It's just a much more proactive and complete system. So here's the key thing to remember. Recycling is absolutely a vital part of this, for sure, but it's just one piece of the puzzle you see here. You can almost think of it as the last line of defense before something becomes waste. The real goal, the big ambition, is so much bigger. It's to design a system where waste doesn't even exist to begin with. Now that we've got a handle on the what and the how, let's get to the most important question: why? Why does this matter so much? Why is this model gaining so much steam? What are the actual real-world benefits of bending our economy into a circle? Well, the benefits are pretty staggering, and they cut across all society. Environmentally, we're talking huge gains for our climate and for biodiversity. Economically, it sparks all kinds of innovation. It secures our resources, and it saves a ton of energy. And get this, socially, it can even create local jobs in brand new sectors like repair and remanufacturing. It's really a win-win-win scenario. And if we zoom out and look at this from a business or even a national level, the strategic advantages are just so powerful. You've got a lower environmental footprint, which customers really care about. You get way higher resource efficiency, which saves a lot of money. You reduce how much you depend on importing materials from other places. And maybe the most exciting part, this last point is key. It throws the doors wide open for entirely new business models. And this is where it gets really, really interesting. When you start to think circularly, you stop just seeing a product. You start seeing a service. So a car company might start selling mobility instead of just cars. Or a manufacturer might lease lighting as a service and then take back the old bulbs to refurbish them. This kind of shift creates incredible growth in the service, repair, and remanufacturing sectors. It literally turns old liabilities into brand new assets. So we end with this. For generations, our infrastructure, our habits, our entire economic logic, it's all been linear. Shifting to a circular model isn't just a small tweak, it's one of the biggest economic transformations of our time. It means we have to rethink everything, from how we design a simple bottle to how we build our cities. The question really isn't whether we should do it anymore. The real question is, what will it take for us to get there?